Despite the challenges facing Australia's economy, its mining industry could be one of its bright spots thanks to China. Joining us for more on this topic is Professor Charles Skuba from Georgetown University. And you know, Australia is the world's top exporter of iron ore and coal for steelmaking. It's been kind of leaning on China as a good partner in terms of, and they're kind of banking on China. Is that a good bet on their part?
It's as good a bet as you can make if you're in that business. Australia just has a voracious demand for iron ore and coal because they need more electricity, they need more steel. Chinese consumers are buying more cars. China already has about 3.5 times the amount of electricity or production than the United States, and they need to feed the demand of the Chinese consumers.
What other minerals and commodities do you see in great demand in China?
Well, iron ore and coal are the big ones, but I would say copper is a big one. Aluminum is, of course, important as well.
You know, coal, there was a report out last month that coal is going to be one of the big energy sources moving ahead in the next decade. And they pointed to China in 2014 of just being consuming a mammoth amount of coal. So that is that is a source that they need. So Australia, with so much in terms of minerals, this is really a big market for them.
Yeah, actually, one of the big Australian mineral companies, Rio Tinto, projects that China will be the primary driver of their growth well into the mid-2020s. And it's again because of rapid industrialization, increasing growth of the middle class. Urbanization is a big driver of this as well in China.
We've seen China with an economic slowdown in the last year, things expected to rebound some this year. What kind of an impact will that have, do you think?
Well, it certainly had its impact. They had 7 quarters of slower growth. The World Bank now projects that China's economic growth will return to about 7.9% at the end of this year, and they're now projecting 8.4% in 2013. So those are, a good prognosis for China and for the mineral producers.
Beyond Australia, when you get here to the United States, are there companies that could also benefit, do you think, in the rearview mirror, so to speak, of Australia?
Some U.S. companies have made some very wise decisions, and I'll give you an example. Caterpillar. In 2011, they acquired Osiris, which is a mining equipment manufacturer, and in 2012, they completed their acquisition of ERA, which is a big producer of Chinese mining equipant. So it's a Chinese company.
Oh, interesting. Now, do you see further partnerships developing, like in 2013, as a result of this?
Well, I'm not there. I'm not in the inner board meetings of these companies, but I project that any company that is looking to China for big industrial growth
all right.
Be making investments.
Thank you so much for coming in and visiting with us. It's certainly an interesting topic, and we'll have you back at a further date to discuss this further. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mike.